A year ago, I created a tag. It was called Tanntalizing Tag because I wanted to get to know more about my subscribers. This is part 2. There are 12 questions, and I'm tagging a few ladies that I would like to hear from. But anyone can participate. I will leave the questions below. Okay, I'm tagging Acacia 1985, Black Rose 2241, Miss Dina Diva, Shin R414, Sexy Farrah, Kitty Chan Baby, Dior Diva VT, Miss Kyra, Tia 0923, MKB Lady, M Screen Films, Pink Hugs 1, Glamour Ain't Easy, Mindless Joy 11, N Simone, Living My Best Life, Miss Lady 41, KJN Dion, Kenny Pooh 1100, Rayers, G Fancy Beauty, Valicia Honey, So Dick 14, Sakira and Sampson, TM May 100. I'm telling y'all, I would love to hear y'all responses. Question number 1. What is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you? Okay, y'all, I have to say, okay, they still teach this, but I know, like, when I was a little kid, it was just, maybe it was the way they said it, but they was just like, you know, at church, you know, the preacher, in the last days, you know, the rapture was going to happen and people were going to start disappearing, and they showed us some video in church and people were just disappearing. It was a bunch of chaos and it was just a mess, you know what I'm saying? So around like the mid to late 90s, I really thought people was going to start disappearing, and you know, and it was like January 98. We moved from one house to the next house. I mean, like, same city but different neighborhood. But nobody was at the house except for me and my mama, you know what I'm saying? And she just, I know where she went. I don't know where she went. Her car was still in the yard. And everything was missing. Nothing was there, you know. So I was just like in the house, empty house, and I just thought she disappeared. So I really thought the rapture had happened, and it was raining and stuff outside. It was wintertime, it was raining, it was cold, and I remember running outside, like all around the neighborhood, trying to figure out where my mama went and that kind of shit. I mean, yeah, but and I don't know, y'all, I was so scared because I thought the world was coming to an end, and just the way the weather was, I don't know. But she at the man house next door. She did not know that it's about 30 minutes, an hour later, you know what I'm saying? So yes, y'all, I was scared. I thought the world came to an end. Number 2, what famous person do people tell you most resemble? Well, last month, this girl in class, y'all, I don't watch the Basketball Wives, so I didn't know who she was talking about. She was like, you look just like, no, she said, no, what she said, I feel like I've seen you before. She said, but I know who you look like. And I was like, I was like, you know, like before she's talking about, you look like Tammy Roman. And I was like, who that? You know what I'm saying? She said, from the Basketball Wives. And I was like, I don't know, y'all don't like I don't like when people say I look like somebody, especially if I haven't seen the person. So I'm like, but I did not look there and all that kind of stuff on Google. Question number 3. If you could meet one person who is dead or alive, who would it be? I would have to say my grandmother, my mother's mother. She died in 85 and I was born in 86, so I never got a chance to meet her. Question number 4. What cheers you up? Number 1 on my list, I'll have to say food. I love to eat, so a good meal or sweets or chocolate, eating will definitely cheer me up. Comedy, anything that makes me laugh. I don't care if it's a TV show, a movie, a YouTube video. If I'm laughing, my mood is getting boosted. And last but not least, scariest. Y'all know, that cheers everybody up. If you had to be trapped in a TV show for a month, which one would it be? That's question number 5. And I would have to say Martin, y'all. I love the 90s, so I would love to see how it is to be of age in the 90s. And man, Martin would just, I don't know, just have that shit just, I don't even know, y'all. Funny. Y'all know no matter which episode it was or what the situation or conflict was, it was just funny. So I would love to be trapped in Martin just so I could stay laughing all the time. Number 6. What did you do for your latest birthday? My birthday was December 12th, 2011. Yeah, what did I do? Okay. I spent it with, you know, my significant other. somewhat during the day. I went out to eat with one of my friends. Went to where we go? Applebee's. Went to Applebee's. And I don't know, y'all. I just had a good day that day. It was a lot of stuff that happened that day that was kind of negative. I think my mama had gotten in a car accident, and one of my friends' relatives passed away. But I don't know, y'all. I just had a very, very good day today. I think because it really felt like my birthday. You know how you feel special on your birthday? It felt like my birthday. And a lot of my YouTube friends sent me cards and gifts, and that really took me by surprise. So that's what I did for my latest birthday, y'all, is really enjoy myself. I hope my birthday this year is just as great. If you had to be named after a city, state, or country, what would it be? Yeah, the first thing that came to mind was like Paris. You know, I'm picturing France, so I would say Paris. And they don't like Paris too, and fuck all that. So, you know, I gotta go south a little bit to Africa. I guess I would say Kenya. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of mine is, Kenya. Number 8, what is the most memorable class you have ever taken? Yeah, it's a lot of classes that I think were very memorable, especially in high school. Man, some of them classes just, they still have me laughing to this day, some of that shit that was going down. But I would have to say my sociology class in 12th grade, I enjoyed that class, y'all. I really love sociology. And we took a trip to the courthouse in the county jail. I have never been to jail, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all up in there like that, you know. So we was in there with the prisoners. I'm surprised they let us really go in there like that, but we really were in there with the prisoners, and they was doing all types of shit. I mean, that was just, y'all know what I'm talking about. They was just doing shit, like ridiculous shit, like hitting each other with dookie, peeing out on the floor. I mean, they were really acting a fool, especially since they see a class up in there with them. They probably ain't used to that. So that's probably something that really stands out to me, is that shit we took to the county jail and sociology class, and then up in the courthouse listening to them court cases and shit. Man, that's just, oh, that shit was crazy. Very, very, very memorable experience. Number 9, what's your favorite commercial? Man, y'all know it's been a lot of commercials that I like, but I can't think of many at the moment. So the only one I can really think of, and I like that little slogan, was that Suave commercial when it's the 2 girls walking and one the white girls with the brown hair, they look the same really from the back, and they was like, who uses Suave new conditioning shampoo, whatever, and who uses the expensive name brand, whatever. And they said, you can't tell, why should we? Man, I love that commercial, because it's basically trying to say we just as good, we just cheaper. Man, I don't know, y'all. I like that little slogan, and I use that sometimes, like, you can't tell, why should I? You know, like shit like that. Man, I love it. I mean, I love it commercial. Number 10, would you be willing to lie in court for a close friend if it meant saving your friend from going to prison for life? Yeah, I was looking at the question, I was like, man, I don't know, depends on what they did. You know what I'm saying? They did some shit they need to be locked up for, like, you know, murdering folks, serial killing, raping people and shit like that, molesting. Then I'd be like, I'd be like, fucking with you, you need to be locked up. But if I said they did some petty shit, then, you know, it depends. Sometimes people in the wrong place at the wrong time. But if they go to jail for life, they had to do some shit anyway. So, man, I don't know, y'all. If I really thought they didn't do it, then I mean, I don't know, man. Because if they going to prison for life, they had to do that shit. So I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't lie. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't lie. I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? You got to face, look, your consequences. You made your bed hard, you got to lay in it. So, no, I wouldn't lie. Number 11, if you could have personally witnessed anything, what would you want to have seen? Yeah, I was looking at the question, and then I was like, this is what I think about sometimes, y'all. I wish I could see myself as a baby, as a child, you know, as a little toddler. And I wish I could, like, taken care of myself and gave myself attention. Y'all, I was very neglected. I was neglected. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish I could, like, just be around myself when I was younger. You know, like a little guardian angel, go back in time, but that ain't gonna happen. Number 12, last but not least, what question do you hate to answer? Let's see. Y'all sitting there thinking, y'all. I'll have to say how much I weigh. If somebody asks me how much I weigh, I probably won't tell them. All they gonna do if I tell them, they gonna be like, you don't like your body. you don't like you weigh that much? And I was like, well, I do, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't go that route. What I do is be like, how much do it look like I weigh? You know what I'm saying? Then they be saying some shit way low. But I don't know, y'all. I would rather, you know what I'm saying, weigh more and look like I weigh less than to weigh less and look like I weigh a lot, you know what I'm saying? So, I ain't mad at that. So, that's it. Bye, y'all, and thank y'all for watching.